Daytime's into night. We've got time to waste, let's waste it right. We got time to waste, let's waste it right.
Good afternoon. Today has been a very good and productive day. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm actually about to make a tuna, this is not just any tuna sandwich. This is my favorite. It's a tuna Waldorf, we'll call it that. It's just because a restaurant that I really like calls it that as well. And so I've just like taken their name basically, and it is so delicious. I love this tuna salad so much. I'm gonna make it really quick. Meester is dying to go for a walk because I had a little longer extra morning editing and just getting stuff done, working on the computer. So we gotta get him out for a walk and to get my steps. I think I'm gonna have a rest day today from working out because I've been really consistent with my workouts and I just wanna give my body a break, you know, let it recover. So, by the way, this is my favorite gluten-free bread. Currently, it's the Canyon House gluten-free Mountain White, and there is no canola oil in here, which is, I love that. It's made with olive oil, so I'm very happy about that. If there's one thing that I would say, not to be afraid, but to just be empowered, that I personally really just be, and that's the thing, like if there's like a little bit amount of a canola oil, like it's okay. It's never fear. Like anytime I even say this, like I never even want it to be like, oh no, there's like a small amount. Never be afraid, always just be empowered. So, but anyway, but the one thing I would say, especially to just look out for, it's especially in mayo. I love this mayo, by the way. It's the Chosen Foods classic mayo, but it's made with avocado oil. But the one thing I would say to just be really mindful of and be aware of, it can be very sneaky in food. They add it into everything because, you know, it's a cheap oil and is vegetable oil. So canola oil, rapeseed oil, safflower oil, sunflower oil, these processed vegetable oils. Most of them are sprayed with pesticides. They're heavily resistant to the pesticides, so they just continue to spray them. And then also they are extracted with hexane, which is a byproduct of gasoline. Those really concentrated sources of polyunsaturated fats deplete our vitamin E, especially these industrial oils. They deplete our vitamin E, and vitamin E is an antioxidant, and that fights free radicals. So what are free radicals? The things that damage our cells. So we want to be protecting, we really want to be just protecting ourselves. So healthy cells, healthy bodies, and a really easy, super easy way to do that is to just swap out your vegetable oil and just watch out for it in foods. Again, don't be afraid, just be empowered to know, okay, I wanna keep my vitamin E good. Without further ado, let's make this delicious tuna salad. It's so good, super easy, great source of protein. I love this Wild Planet albacore tuna, and I have my fresh lemon from the backyard, and I'll never know how to say it, gala, apple. They're my favorite, they're so good. And then Bubby's. Super random, but I don't actually like the pickles in this particular tuna salad. If I'm doing like hard-boiled egg and pickles, that's one thing. But when it's this kind of a tuna salad with the fruit, I like only the juice, which probably sounds really weird, but it is so good. So let's make this really quick. And then I also I just specifically want to use the golden raisins. I can't even explain to you how delicious this is. This is so good. The fruit makes it so refreshing, and I love the texture of the grapes and the apples. And then there's something, I know it's so random, but there's something about the golden raisins. I would have never done that, let me put it that way. If I would have never tried that at the restaurant, I feel like it's like Powerpuff Girls, you know, and they like cut off the adults' heads. And then we have, no, I'm just kidding, okay. I cut up the rest of the apple so that I can have that on the side, and then some raw carrot. So by the way, if you can find your carrots at a local farm, they are so delicious, so sweet, perfectly crunchy. They're not too crunchy, but they're crunchy. They're just so delicious. And I feel like they're extra, extra tasty from the farm specifically. So this is my lunch. And then we're gonna walk Meester and get our steps in, get a little bit of sunshine. And oh, this is gonna be so good. With my lunch, I'm also gonna take some magnesium. This is the Thorne magnesium. I think it's biglycinate. I'm pretty sure it's the same, it is the same thing, it's just the more formal term for it, but magnesium glycinate. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take that and we're gonna eat our lunch. This is like falling apart.
Place, a spot you from a ways. My heart, it started racing. The crowd across the way, flowers on your face, and then I'm from the 80s. Someone keeps blocking my way. I can't feel farther away. Wait on a moment to say that I want you. You know that I want you. Sudden gaze and time it started racing, but moments tend to fade and you're too far away from me to get my name in.
I hope you enjoyed that little what I eat in a day. I was finishing up the edits for it and I was just thinking about some of the things that I've done to really help my health. Just like watching through the video reminded me that I have really implemented these things very specifically for a reason to help my body and hormones. And I just wanted to share them with you because it's literally changed my life. So I wrote them down, 5 things. Actually, I am making my little magnesium drink right now. So I'm gonna quickly do that. And this is the magnesium glycinate. I'm really liking this one from Thorne. I love Thorne, love the brand Thorne, so good. I actually ordered this one off of their website because IHERB won't ship it to California for some reason. I don't know why. So yeah, this is all interconnected with metabolism, hormone healing, just overall health, like making sure that our cells have what they need, our body has what it needs to be nourished and thrive, and so that you can have energy. It's just so much deeper than physical appearance and what you look like and everything like that. For me, that is the bigger picture of health. I wanna have energy to show up for my days. I wanna have energy to write and, you know, write this new book and finish the wellness method and show up for you and make videos and edit. And I want to have energy. And for so many years, I struggled so bad and so deeply. I was exhausted all of the time. I had hypothyroidism. My hair was falling out. I had really, really painful periods. And my health and my life, more than anything, has totally changed in the past 2 years since honestly just making simple shifts. I think a lot of the time too, it can feel really overwhelming, like all this stuff I have to do to be healthy, and it's just too much sometimes. Like I've talked about that before in the how to start a healthy lifestyle in 2022, but it really, we can take the pressure off. Like just number one, like no stress because that really does affect your health. And so, but these are the things that I've done to really support my body, help my hormones, help, my energy production, everything like that. And it's been really amazing. So that's just why I want to share it with you. And I just figured it'd be good to tie it in with the what I eat in a day video, because those are specific things that I do. So I'm going to do this drink right now, which actually I was gonna save this tip for last, but let's actually start off with the first thing that I've radically, that's radically changed my health that I have specifically done, and that is focus on minerals. Focusing on minerals has quite literally changed my life. It's changed my periods, the health of my cycle. It has changed my energy levels. It has changed everything. I cannot stress enough how important minerals are because of stress, and especially magnesium. Magnesium is needed for energy production, quite literally ATP. And so having magnesium and just getting enough magnesium, I would say, because I could go into all the minerals, but I don't want to overwhelm you. But getting in enough minerals, and specifically just focusing on magnesium, because stress depletes magnesium. So that's why I'm constantly taking magnesium baths. You've seen that over the last couple of videos, adding magnesium flakes to my baths, just relaxing in the bathtub at the end of the day or the beginning of the day, like I did in that video, in the other video where I started my period. And it has just completely transformed my health because I have more energy, I feel more relaxed, I feel like my recovery after my workouts is so improved. I had no idea the importance, just how important, I would say. Like, I knew, minerals are important, hydration, electrolytes, but I used to think even with hydration that it's just all about water, chugging water, drinking as much water as you can. The reality is you can actually flush out a lot of minerals if you are just chugging water. It's good to sip water and have water, obviously. Hello, you already know that, throughout the day, but not chugging it because you can flush out those precious minerals. It's definitely a balance, and so that's why I like to drink a lot of, a great way to get in minerals is orange juice and bone broth and, having magnesium, taking magnesium baths. There's a lot of different ways that you can get it. Grass-fed beef liver, I love to take those capsules. There's a lot of different ways that you can get in minerals, but specifically just to focus, or I have actually these trace mineral drops that are really good. I like to just add those into my plain water. I'll link those in the description box for you. Magnesium is so incredibly important. That's why I'm just giving such a heavy focus on that one, because if you just even focus on that, you're going to see such a massive improvement. At least I firmly believe that, because it's so needed and because stress depletes it. So any kind of stress, you're sitting in traffic, you get stressed. You're trying to do your makeup and rush out the door and you're really stressed and your heart rate's going up, stress. Like any kind of stress. Emotional stress, been there, just like feeling overwhelmed and just constantly, any kind of stress. Working out is a stressor. So if you're working out, we want to be replenishing and replacing that magnesium. So we kind of get caught in this vicious cycle of the stress depletes the magnesium, and then we are under depleted in magnesium, and then it stresses our body out, and then we are super stressed out, and then our magnesium gets depleted again, and then we're, so it's like this vicious cycle that we get caught up in. And that's why I just feel like magnesium is like a magic miracle making mineral. It's so amazing. Okay, back to number 2. Eating breakfast right away. So for a long time, I didn't have an appetite in the morning. Okay, sorry, my camera died, but we're back. So anyway, I lost my hunger. I lost my appetite for breakfast, even in general in the mornings, because I was practicing chronic intermittent fasting. So when I say intermittent fasting, I mean like I literally was practicing that every single day, which is like chronically fasting. I have my own opinions about fasting. I think that fasting can be very beneficial when done not every single day chronically, and for spiritual purposes, things like that. And also health benefits. We're not going to get into all that. But anyway, I was chronically fasting. So that is very different than, just fasting for a very specified period of time and, not every single day where I was just under eating and I was losing my hunger signals, but I truly thought it was healthy and I was just undernourished. I was feeling really lethargic throughout the day. My periods were very painful. I had fibrocystic breast tissue, all this stuff. And so I just didn't understand that I was not truly getting enough protein and carbs and minerals and like nourishment throughout the day. And so that was a huge thing that I changed that was so simple and such an easy shift, which was just eating breakfast right when I wake up. So eating breakfast usually I just do it right away. I just get up and start making breakfast. I didn't realize that because I wasn't hungry, that is actually an indicator that my body was getting its own fuel from me. When the body doesn't have glucose, it will turn to alternate sources of fuel because it needs glucose. That's really when the light bulb moment went off for me when I was studying to become a nutrition coach, was when I learned that when your body doesn't have glucose, when your body doesn't have energy, it needs energy and it will make the energy if you don't provide it the energy. So if I don't provide it with food, it's going to make that energy from me, from my tissues, from amino acids. It will take amino acids, protein, and it will break down that protein-rich tissue, aka hard-earned muscle from my workouts, and it will convert it into glucose, which is energy, so that I can survive, that my body can do what it needs to do to keep me alive. Especially if I am requiring my body to meet certain energy demands, like if I'm working out and I'm placing higher energy demands on my body, but not meeting those energy requirements with food. So hopefully this is making sense, but basically you just want to be making sure that you are providing your body our cells run off of glucose. And so carbohydrate, it's so unbelievably important. And I just feel like, in the world that we live in, carbohydrates are just so demonized. They're bad. But the reality is that is what our bodies run off. That's what our cells run off of. And our brains literally need glucose. That is its primary fuel source is glucose. So anyway, I didn't realize that my body was running off of stress hormones. I wasn't hungry because my body was using me as the energy source. So if the body doesn't have carbs, it's gonna pull from a non-carbohydrate source to fuel you. And that is why I started eating breakfast in the mornings again. And my appetite started coming back, which really showed me that my metabolism was improving. I have so much more energy throughout the day. I have steady energy all day. My moods are steady, my energy's steady, great periods. But the reason I say this is because I wasn't always there. But having breakfast every single day was a huge game changer for me, especially because I was chronically fasting every single day and I would just eat when I got hungry, which usually wasn't until much, much, much later in the morning, if not early afternoon. But I genuinely just didn't know, but I'm like, I don't know why I'm feeling so terrible. What happens is your adrenal glands, they secrete cortisol, which is a stress hormone, to initiate gluconeogenesis. And gluconeogenesis is the process of taking a non-carbohydrate substance like protein, amino acids, and breaking it down so that your body can use it for fuel. So I don't want to run off of stress hormones. I don't want to add any stress to my body, to my life. There's plenty of stress and we don't need any more stress. Nobody wants more stress. Can I get an amen? So having breakfast was a very easy, super simple switch to making my body less stressed out, much more calm, giving it the energy that it needs, and it literally quite truly has changed my life. So that is number 2, and number 3 is morning sunlight. You see, every day pretty much, I am awake with the sun and I am outside letting that morning light come onto my skin, and I can't even tell you how transformative that is and has been for me and my hormones and my health. It makes me feel so calm in the morning. Just try it. Try it out. Go out in the morning and just softly, just gaze at the sunrise and let that morning light hit your skin and your eyes. It wakes you up better than a cup of coffee, and it literally, we won't get into all the light thing because we just got really deep into gluconeogenesis, but we can chat about that later. But I am telling you, light has a massive impact on our hormones. Just think about it. Melatonin is produced at night. It makes us sleepy. You know, that's why with blue light, we wear blue light glasses to protect our eyes from the blue light so that we can get sleepy at night. It doesn't mess with melatonin production. Same thing with morning light. There's different kinds of light. And so it's amazing. It's just so amazing to me just how God even made that. When we even look at the sunset, that near infrared light helps stimulate the production of melatonin. So, and it's kind of the same thing with the morning sunlight. It really helps to wake up our body. And it's just so cool. It's amazing. So morning sunlight, my sunrise medicine, I call it, has been truly incredible and it's amazing. So definitely try it out. Okay, I think we're on number 4, and that is coffee after breakfast. So again, I would not even eat breakfast and then I would have coffee, and I really didn't even realize that I did kind of get the jitters from coffee until I started really having breakfast before my coffee. And then I realized, wow, I feel way better when I have breakfast before I drink my coffee in the morning. And that's just because coffee is a metabolic stimulant. And when you don't have any fuel in the tank, like we talked about, carbohydrate, it's the best way that I can even put it is you're just pushing the gas pedal on a car that doesn't have any fuel. So we want to give our bodies the fuel that it needs so that when we have coffee, if you are a coffee drinker, obviously, that you feel good when you have your coffee. And it has just made all the difference for me. I feel so good. I love my coffee so much. Coffee actually is really rich in certain minerals, and I love coffee. Like, it's just, I thank God for coffee. Let me just put it that way. It is delicious. It's one of my favorite parts of life. What is that? There was a really funny TikTok where the voice was saying, if you swap out your morning coffee with a green tea, you could lose the little joy left that you have in life. You know, if you're a coffee drinker, you just know, like, it truly makes you happy. And then the last one is eating enough. And this really ties in with the what I eat video. All of these tie in because I do all of these things throughout the video, but I'm just, talking about it in a little bit more detail. But eating enough. At every meal, I make sure that I have protein, carbohydrate, and fat at every single meal. And it's completely changed my health. It's completely changed my days and my life. Just purely eating enough. And I know this sounds very simple, but I cannot even explain to you how much my health has transformed ever since just eating enough protein and enough carbs throughout the day, because it gives my body that steady stream of energy. And especially with working out, if you are going to be doing workouts, that takes a lot of energy and it takes a lot of recovery, for your body to be able to repair that broken down muscle tissue. And so it needs those amino acids to rebuild. And that's what protein is, the building blocks. But our body can't use that protein properly if we don't have enough carbohydrate, because it will take the protein and turn it into a fuel source. So it just is incredible what happens when we give our body just those macronutrients alone. Like, just making sure that we have enough protein, carbs, and fat throughout the day is truly going to fuel our bodies in a way that we have energy and we recover well from our workouts and we sleep really well. And it's like the foundation, the bedrock of wellness and health is just nourishment and truly fueling and feeding our bodies. And for a long time, I was really focused on kind of just what I was eating, but not how much I was eating. And that was a really big key for me and really a big piece to the puzzle that has radically changed my life. So eating enough macronutrients, and usually my focus with those is that I get those micronutrients, vitamins and minerals from the protein, carbs, and fat. So because it's from a whole food source, and that's gonna be the most bioavailable for the body. Body's gonna be able to absorb it, use it, and be feeling amazing. So I know that was kind of chatty, but I really hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. I love you so much. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed already too. And I'm gonna do another little sneaky giveaway because I absolutely love doing these and it's been really, really fun. I'm gonna give away, this is so random, but I was like, what can I give away? I always get comments on my plates saying you love my plates. So I'm gonna give away a set of my plates. Let me go get them for you. And I figured this is a what I eat in a day video, so might as well do something like, you know, a plate. So these are my plates. I absolutely love them. I believe they're by Mora Ceramics, but they're really beautiful. They're kind of speckled and they have a little bit of a curve to them. So they're perfect for like more saucy dishes or just straight up just a regular old plate, but it just makes it even better with that kind of like side. So they're just incredible. They're my favorite plates and they look so beautiful on the shelf. So if you want to win these set of plates, all you have to do is leave a comment below and just tell me what your favorite part of your day was today. I would honestly, truly love to hear. My favorite part of today was getting our new window. Okay, that's really random. I guess I have a lot of favorite parts of today, but our new window came in. Let me show you. I have you propped up on my coffee maker right now, but our new window came in and I'll insert a before and after picture. Anyway, that was kind of a fun moment of today because it really feels like the kitchen is finally finished. It technically, officially is. Actually, technically not because we have to get trim for the bottom part of the window. But anyway, it's been a very beautiful day. And also just watching the sunset right now is so unbelievably beautiful. Honestly, some of my favorite parts of the day are straight up the sunrise and the sunset. It truly is like the highlight of my day. I love it. So I'm going to drink my magnesium oil. I'm gonna drink my magnesium glycinate and I love you so much. I can't wait to hear what your favorite part of the day was. You can enter in the giveaway and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.